to Mr. Smith's Weird Biology class. Today we're going to explore two types of succession that we study in ecology. This is called ecological succession. It is the process by which the structure of a biological community evolves over time. We need to define a couple of words. One is succession. What is succession? Well, succession simply means things in order, one following the other. So I could write 1, 2, 3. Those would be numbers in a succession. Or I could write A, B, C. And of course, those would be letters in a succession. The other word we need to define up here, and you've heard it many times before, is community. So what is a community? It is all the abiotic factors in an ecosystem. For all living things. The plants, the insects, the birds, the mammals, the reptiles, all of those make up the community. Primary succession, primary means first. Okay? So the first succession, and it occurs in essentially lifeless areas. Regions in which the soil is incapable of sustaining life as a result of such factors as lava flows, newly formed sand dunes, or rocks left out of a retreating glacier. So here is soil, but what is soil? Soil is the top layer. We all know this. We've been playing in dirt since we were little. Top layer of earth in which plants grow. Pretty obvious. No soil, pretty much no plants. If you take a look at this newly formed volcanic island in Hawaii, you see that there are no plants. There's no green. There is no soil yet to sustain the plants. That is brand new rock and lava and pumice that's coming out from the bottom of this volcanic vent. Secondary succession occurs in areas where community that previously existed has been removed. It is typified by smaller scale disturbances that do not eliminate, get rid of all life and nutrients from the environment. So here we have a case of a forest fire. That's really common where I grew up in New Mexico. And they can be devastating, but even as bad as the fire is, there's going to be some insects, some plants, some things that are still going to be living there. We also have hurricanes, have them here in Virginia. And if you live in the Pacific Rim, Hawaii, Japan, you might be worried about tsunamis. Okay? But the big thing is there's life there. These can be devastating, but life is going to still be, there'll be some life there, and more importantly, the soil is there to support plant growth. So we're going to talk about succession of an ecosystem, let's say after this forest fire. Well, the first thing that is going to come back are things that are called pioneer species. And these are the species basically that are first to grow, to come back. So if this is our forest fire area, all this black charred area, the first thing that's going to come back is not going to be big trees, but it's going to be some small grasses. It might be some moss, some lichens growing back. You see a lot of wildflowers that come in after a forest fire. So this would be the first step. Time goes on, and time can be a few years to hundreds of years. You have more grass, get a little taller, starting to have some little sapling things. Maybe now we're getting some places to build some birds' nests, more organization, higher life forms. We're still a long ways back to what this big forest used to be of pine trees. Time goes by. Now we're getting some trees here. Some of the quaking aspens are going to come back. Those are really pretty. Those are from up in the mountains where I am. Grass still continues to grow. We're starting to get a bigger population of some of the animals, but we're still not yet, there yet. The last step in our succession here is what's called a climax community. And this is now where our forest fire is pretty much done away with. The remnants of it are done away with. We've got great big Dr. Seuss looking trees here. We've got lots of grass. Perhaps now we've got our deer coming back. And our ecosystem has returned to its normal state. It is stabilized. It has reached its climax. So we have primary and secondary succession. That's all for now. Remember, bio means life. If you have any questions, you saw my email, please feel free to contact me. Thank you for watching.